Welcome back to New Dunhaven, a Victorian city of cartels, gunpowder, a little magic, alchemy, and lots of thieves. A city of 1,000 stories all happening roughly at the same time, and this is simply another one of them. If you haven't cottoned on yet, in this campaign I'm doing of Dusk City Outlaws, I'm running multiple groups together in a sort of contiguous, shared, open-ended continuity. So it's early on yet, so we're not going to see these groups affect each other much yet, but potentially their actions can have ripple effects across the city. And yeah, I think that'll do it. Audio seems to be working fine, Sonny. Anyway, your group, your newly formed crew, has been called into a safe house in. Let's see, where do I need to pull up my notes. Sorry about that. Actually, yeah, you're invited up to the second floor of the Mummers Run inn in one of the commoners' districts, where most people aren't conspicuous. The whole floor has been cleared out. It's just an open bar with and then these big windows at the end, and there is a woman standing there, sort of a tall, lean woman, all dressed in black. But first, let's talk about you guys, the five of you. Starting with Xencarn, who and what is your character?
Great. My name is Thaddeus Wormwood. I am a gravedigger, and my speciality is a grifter. Appearance-wise, I'm slightly below average height. My most common form of dress is a sort of suit, sort of what you'd see like a commoner wearing if they were like dressing up for an event. So sort of lower middle class, fancy, if that makes sense, and a newsboy cap.
Fancy from a Walmart, basically.
Yeah.
The
Pretty much.
expensive end of Walmart.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's actually probably the easiest way of explaining it. Yeah. Sort of
Victorian era
greasy-
Walmart.
Yeah, like, you know, like sort of lank, longish, greasy black hair, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's me anyway.
Then, anything particular you do as you enter the room?
So I'll walk in, smile, nod. I'm assuming I know that there are people coming in after me.
Yeah, you under the arrangement, people from the cartels can be pulled together for a variety of different jobs for various clients. And that's basically all you know going into this room, is that there is a job, a few of you from various cartels have been called together, and this is where the client asked to meet.
Fantastic. In that case, yeah, I'll walk in, I'll nod, smile, stand to the side, and stay quiet.
All right. AvisEcho, introduce your character.
For once, I don't go first. I am playing Katya Dragov, from the Circle. She is an assassin within the Circle that's called a Fang. Appearance-wise, she's actually a lot shorter than most people from the Circle. Not as bulky, most around Destination. She's got really faint blonde hair, mostly down, but then some of it's in a braid on the side. Clothing-wise, oh god, where'd the information go? It's very simple, like tight pants and a dark long shirt with a darker-esque vest, mostly just ease of getting around quickly. She also has a mostly black mask over her eyes. She walks into the room, sits down by the door, and says nothing. at all.
Chatty bunch, aren't you? All right, Zai, your character.
I am playing Trixanna Buckland. She is a mama Beguiler. She does magic and stuff. She's about 5-ish, 5'7". She's got the typical magician's hat and cape. She's got about shoulder length black hair. I had this all written down and now I can't find the file. Sort of a white shirt with what's it called? A vest? Yeah, vest. Forgot the word for a second there. Brown vest over it, and sort of baggy pants. And when she comes in, she just sort of makes a sort of a grand spectacle of her appearing, like, yes, hello, I am here now, do not worry. And she'll just come in and take a seat.
You're sort of a street magician as your day job, right?
Yeah, day job, street magician, night job, street magician.
Criminal illusionist by night.
Criminal illusionist.
Just put that on
She'll
your business
pick
card.
your pocket and you'll thank her for it.
No, that's more of a Magus's thing.
Oh, yeah.
Your specialty, compared to the Magus,
is illusions. Not illusions, it's glamour and what's the other one? Hang on.
Yeah, intangible illusionary images and sounds.
Yes, illusions.
Yeah, basically.
She's her day job is basically a street magician that specializes in illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the old vanishing coin from the hand and making things disappear and then reappear, that kind of thing.
Alright, so you have some renown then. Some limited renown. You probably don't want to get too popular.
She's not as popular as she'd like to be, but at the same time she doesn't want to be too popular because then people will start knowing her by appearance alone, and that's bad for the actual job.
Yeah. Digo.
Hello.
Would you care to introduce your character?
Yes. I am Alfons Bashir, a tall, lanky individual in a nice red coat suit, carries some gloves and goggles in his pocket, clean shaven, hair slicked back, has a nice kind of rat ponytail kind of thing, rat tail I guess you call him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he dresses well, and he walks in, has a small walking cane that he uses, looks around the room, nods. Oh, good day to everyone. And tries to find a nice spot near the middle of the room to sit amongst the team.
Well, it sounds like most of them are sitting next to the door.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, it's just everyone's trying to be as far away and antisocial as possible. Well, no, Thaddeus and Katya are kind of trying to, keep to themselves. Trixanna, I imagine, would be a bit more sociable.
Center stage, if possible.
If there's not already a stage.
If there's not already.
And Alfons being, the family, the, mobster kind, one of the oldest and richest cartels, he's going to be I imagine he's a bit more like, yeah, hello, how you doing?
Yeah. Also as an alchemist, he's pretty educated on the intricacies of materials.
Yep. And, which just leaves, AKCodeman.
Hello. So my character will walk in and stuff, trying not to walk in and act like I own the place.
Yeah, you, go on.
Oh, God.
I'm relatively tall. He has dark, short-cut hair and, clean shaven, green eyes, and his clothes is rather lavish, with a vest and shoulder cape, with lavender and blue colors. And you see he does, he only has one piece of jewelry, and it's a ring that you might recognize as like a sign of status in the Vespers. And he'll just take a seat once he notices the others and wave hello. So is this the batch of, well, colorful folk that I'll be working with?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed it
Slowly
is.
dying inside.
I like how we've gone from, like, basically in order in terms of, like, social status from the Gravedigger to, Circle, the, Russian mob to the Mummers, then the family, and then now the Vespers.
We span the whole spectrum. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
From, base level, street level approachability to complete snob. So this is actually a pretty interesting crew
Who
altogether.
says I'm a snob?
You're
family. Yes.
no,
Literally everybody.
you're the part of the
By
Vespers.
default, that is what you are.
Generally, the Vespers' reputation among the others is,
Snob.
yeah, the Vespers specialize in blackmail over the nobility. So naturally, they're all educated and university degrees and white collar crimes and
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce Cartel and Specialty. Cartel, obviously, Vesper. And Specialty is I'm a boss.
yeah. But what's your specialty?
Boom, boom.
I figured I'd get that one out of the way.
Thanks.
So, a grifter, an assassin, a beguiler, an alchemist, and a boss all walk into a bar.
So we're a smash and grab party, right? Everyone's cool with that?
You guys are, like, save for the assassin, you guys are way more indirect than some of the other crews.
You do the smashing,
Make
I'll
it
do the
sound like we
grabbing.
should be
Which-
called a bad joke.
Which, okay, by the
Oh
way,
my god, can
like,
we change our name?
with the history, with the history of this group, I was totally expecting everyone to pick like brawler, assassin, like anything that's able to punch things.
I was 100% predictable.
Like,
You've got someone who knows their way around a knife, and also the boss can bring in reinforcements, so there's that.
yeah.
So it's not like you don't have any attack power, just you also have a lot of indirect options.
Mhm.
So
A lot of ways of bullshitting our way out of stuff.
It'll be great.
quite a bit.
It'll be fine.
Hey, I offered to be the brawler and stuff, but I also decided that this might be more fun, especially since like no one else seems to be playing the Vespers.
Oh yeah, you are
Me
you are
too.
currently the only Vesper,
Good job.
Yay.
and I think there's only one other one Red Lotus too. Even though I really like the Red Lotus, am I
They're
right?
an interesting set.
Am I?
There was that was my second choice. Was a Red
deviating.
Lotus
We're
brawler.
deviating.
Sorry.
I'm sorry too.
No, Oblivious. I'm not trying to say this is the party of subtlety. I expect no such thing. Just that the loudness will not necessarily come from fists and blades. Is what I'm saying.
We're gonna crash and burn.
Well, hopefully, like, distraction.
But I mean, so, just to remind you all, you have a 100 luck, which is your health, basically. You don't start taking wounds until, or, you don't, in mental battles, you don't lose until you reach 0. And then you each have 1 influence, which you can spend to basically leverage your, cartel connections to get some kind of help or benefit. Like, examples of which are listed on your sheet. But you can also invent your own should the need arise. But anyway, getting on to our introduction. The woman at the window turns around as the last of you enters the room. She's sort of got dark tan skin. She's got an eye patch. And she's got a pistol, flintlock pistol on one hip and a rapier sheathed on the other side of her hip. She says, you're all here then. Good. She walks over to the bar, reaches into her black coat, pulls out a folder, and starts laying out pictures and diagrams. It says, she points to a picture of a very old-looking, graying-haired man in robes of the magistrates, which are the court judges of New Dunhaven. And she says, this is Magistrate George Beauregard, and he has something I want. He is very tightly connected to several corrupt noble families in New Dunhaven. Supposedly, based off of my information, he has a black ledger where he keeps record of all his payments and favors. That is what I want you to steal.
Book from magistrate. Alright.
Now, you have 2 days to do this, which out of character means you've got a day, a night, and a night segment before that's it. You have to steal by the end of the night segment, you have to have the item in order to win. She says, now this job is going to be difficult for a number of reasons. There are some complications you'll have to work your way around. First off, this is a magistrate, so they serve the crown, and they're under protection, so you can expect plenty of city watch presence at the very least. You'll have to contend with that. And I'll let you know right now, I've personally gone looking for this ledger, and I couldn't find it. By all accounts, it should be in his estate, in his private study, on those shelves, but I looked through every book. I looked, for hidden passages, loose floorboards, secret compartments, wall safes, hollowed out books. Nothing. But I know it's in that study. I want you to find, you're going to need to find out how that's possible. How he's hidden his black ledger. I'm guessing it has something to do with alchemy, which is why I specifically requested an alchemist on this crew.
Or it could be through some sort of magic trick.
Or it could be on him.
No, he does. That would.
Or it's buried in the backyard somewhere.
I mean, definitely feel free to check other options, but all of my intelligence points towards that study. The people I've interviewed, they say it's in that study.
When you say interviewed, how
That's really none of your...
thoroughly did you talk to them?
Very, very...
That's all I needed to know.
Very thoroughly. So,
And I'm guessing these diagrams, are these like blueprints of his estate?
she actually does include a, the location, and it's not like a complete source blueprint, but it is a floor plan that seems to have been hand drawn. Maybe possible that she sort of laid it out herself. She sort of scouted it out herself, sort of. It's not badly drawn at that. It seems to be fairly precise, but it's lacking in details. Just sort of general room layout, and a few spots where she's marked where there's 24-hour guard.
Oh joy!
This is a magistrate, so they are protected around the clock.
Yep, alright. No, this is doable. Okay.
And
Do you have anything else for us then?
There is one other thing, and that is the Magistrate Beauregard has a reputation for being something of a scholar. He leads a book club in the courthouse when he's not handling any cases occasionally. And one of those meetings is scheduled for today.
Oh, goody.
So if you want to use that window to gather information and whatnot, he won't be in his office at the courthouse, and he won't be in his home, so that might provide you an opening to figure out where the ledger's hidden, or how the ledger's hidden. Other than that, I don't know. He's well liked, but he's corrupt to the core, and seems to have taken more and more of an interest in alchemy lately, so that may play a factor.
Some fun traps, possibly.
Possibly. I would watch out for that. Any questions?
Not from me.
Can't think of any.
Not right now, no.
All right then.
Question. Well,
Okay.
quick question about the little book club. Is it invitation only?
No, it's an open public event
Ah. Well, public to, people who wouldn't
to
draw it.
common types of people, and also any rich folk who want to rub shoulders. I imagine, but it's a PR move.
Mhm.
They go over all kinds of literature. But again, I just say that so that you know a bit of his schedule. Tomorrow, that's today during the day. Tomorrow he will be working a court case, and then that night, at the very latest, you'll have to find and take the thing.
Oh, I just realized a question I did have.
Yes?
How many gods are we talking about at the estate?
Struck me that you were using an accent there.
I'm trying. It's bad. I'm like,
It's
oh,
don't
shit.
feel too
it's
pressured,
good.
but it was fine. I thought you said gods as like deities for a second.
No, sorry. I was
Uh,
debating whether to use it or not. I'm still debating.
2 gods, Aphrodite and Thor.
Stop.
depending on the time, no less than half a dozen at all the, around guarding the core key rooms, his study and his chambers, his bed chambers. But during peak hours, 12, 14, it's not a large estate, but it is, in the noble districts. So they will be in your way, and deal with them loudly, and you could bring down a lot of heat on you.
You say it's not a large estate, but it would have servants and the like, correct?
He has a few manservants working there. Clerks usually sometimes stay late into the night.
Excellent, thank you.
Know what you're doing.
All right. Anything else? All right. Then I will leave you to it, she says, leaving behind the folder and the photos and the map. And she walks around the bar and out the door and down the stairs. So, what's going to happen now is the planning phase. You will have 15 minutes from the time I say go to figure out sort of how you, with the basic plan for the heist that you want. And also by the end, assuming you're not going to launch into it straight away and do some legwork, do some legwork scenes to get information you need, deal with some of the
No,
complications.
we're just gonna grab a drink, just walk in, figure it all out on the fly. It'd be fine.
Why I said no.
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 So,
I refuse to be a part of
anyway, let me finish.
Sorry.
You'll want to each set for each one of you a discrete goal that you can tackle with a legwork scene. A location and a place that you want to, a discrete goal for each of you to tackle, one for each of you, 5 in total. That will be the legwork scene that you lead, and you can help each other out, hop from scene to scene in sort of abstract time. But one person should be leading one legwork scene, unless, you sort of run out and you just, you figure you've got everything, and so the last person just helps another person out or something. 15 minutes, basics of the heist, and 5, up to 5 legwork scenes to tackle. Go.
Okay. So, we know he's hiding a book that can't be found, and he's starting to dabble in alchemy.
So that definitely...
Anything that involves going to the estate, Digo has to go.
Yeah. If me and Digo, because then you've got both alchemy and illusions covered just in case.
Well, the question's though going to be, how do we get
How do we get in?
Sorry, is your character's name actually Digo? Or is like what is your character's name?
Alfons.
Alfons. So the
Alfons.
question is going to be getting Alfons into the room, which I'm sure our local assassin and stuff might be able to like sneak their way in.
Yep.
But the question's going to be getting Alfons and possibly what was your name? The
Trixanna.
Trixanna. And Trixanna all into the room.
Digo, what's your percentage for stealth?
Probably not good.
Under skills.
Well, if it's not listed, it's 50.
Yeah.
Then it's probably going to be 50.
Yeah, you do not have sneak around as a skill because you're an alchemist and you're not really meant to be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm either there or I'm not there.
And there's no way that I can affect his stealth with my own.
Oh, I should also mention, since this is a planning scene, real quick, I'm actually going to pause the timer.
Grazie.
Since this is a planning scene, the alchemist and the grifter, your benefits are based around this planning scene. Grifter can create an identity, and the alchemist can create some kind of compound. So you may want to try to get some idea of what you want to make in those regards before the planning scene is over. All right, resume.
Do, boss.
Is there a stealth-based one?
So
All right.
if we can deal with the guards out the front, then getting in would be easier.
Yeah.
so-
Who is...
Completely easy. I mean, they won't come back, but...
Without, I mean, it would be
And,
less conspicuous if we don't kill them.
Well, yeah. Okay, so the two people who can, just to clarify, the two people who can get in stealthily are probably me and Avis, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that leaves...
When he's not there, because otherwise I feel like Codeman could get in
I
because
mean, I can
Vesper.
probably get in because I can flaunt my reputation.
Well, but that's going to be tricky and stuff, see, because, like, he's not going to let anybody in unless if he needs a performer for some reason.
Well, Alfons and Trixanna can probably get in through the book club.
Report for the book club.
I could probably get in through the book club as well.
Oh, you definitely could get in for the book club.
I was actually...
Just to clarify, the book club is held at the courthouse, not his estate.
Yeah, it's not at his home, but we can at least meet him. That's what I wanted.
And that's going to be one of the important bits, is going to be meeting him.
Find out who he's buying his supplies from and what they are. That might give a clue to what he's using to hide the book.
Sure. So...
Well, Daigo, would that be one of your legwork scenes? Going out and seeing who would be supplying him with this stuff?
It can be, yes.
Yeah, because then you could find out exactly what he's using, and then someone could go to the estate and, I don't know, find where traces of that are.
True.
And also, the name of, turning to the assassin and everything, what's your name?
Katya.
Katya, that's right. And Katya and stuff could potentially help someone sneak in, but the more people that she assists and stuff in trying to sneak in, the less likely that you're all not going to get caught.
Yeah, the absolute most who should be sneaking in is 3, and that's only if it's required. Otherwise, I could only see 2 really going in.
Yeah.
Well, if sneaking in's not an option, just using cover or darkness, what other options can you put together?
Murder.
I mean, I could...
and
murder is always an option.
No.
Murder.
I mean, it's kind of what my character is. But...
If I can figure a
Go.
way in, I can most certainly get out with the book.
Getting
Like,
out,
almost-
I don't think is going to be a problem. It's going to be getting in.
Yeah.
It's getting everyone out.
That's the key word. Getting everyone in is not an issue. Getting everyone out is.
I mean,
Actually,
with the
that's an
book,
interesting question. Do we fail if we achieved getting the book, but not everyone gets out?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I would prefer that we not get caught by the cops and everything.
I think
But I'm
the
curious,
job is just
do we
get
fail?
the book.
I have a potential fail-safe for that, but let's not talk about that.
Like, if I can get in, I can almost definitely get out with the book.
How?
Magic.
Fair enough.
What?
I'm not even
I
kidding.
can get rid of
Magic.
everything.
Us
Um,
influent ones could maybe pay him a visit, have tea, and the more skulky types can be our servants who are following us in disguise.
that could be a good cover, because I mean, you and me and stuff. I have a question real quick. Spud.
Yes.
I can receive an introduction to a merchant or noble in a way that doesn't arouse suspicion. Does that include, does the judge and everything count as a noble technically, kinda? Or is he just like a crown agent?
I think that would count for this.
He's, let's see,
He's a magistrate.
a noble, magistrate is a servant of the crown. They're a judge. They're kind of distinct from the nobility, which is mostly just sort of the rich land and business owners. People who hold titles and baronies and whatnot. I'm gonna say no, not to a magistrate, but possibly to a noble who is close to him or knows him. Like, you can just, kind of make up characters who exist for this. That's
true.
That's kind of in your power as players.
The other thing and stuff that we could do is, since he loves collecting blackmail, I could get blackmail for us, and we could propose like a trade, which one would force him to bring out the ledger.
7 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't think that would happen.
Well,
Okay. Hey, Alfons, dumb question. Would you be able to make truth serum?
Alchemy
does
doesn't
not
really
react. Yeah, it doesn't react too well with biological living peoples and creatures.
It's more gunpowder
So no.
and explosions.
Drawing powders, fires,
or
things that alter physical properties of non-living matter.
giving physical properties to things that shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's
Then you
cool. I
give
just
yourself
I was
back
just
to your good
curious.
self.
All right. So so we should probably sit down and work out what legwork we want to do. So
I'll find out where he's getting his alchemy supplies.
Find out where he's
Alright.
getting his stuff from. Find out anything you can about him. Find out how to get in. And
yeah, but we need to
how
decide
get out.
who's doing what. So Alfons is going to. Are you going to go talk to him, or are you going to go case alchemy shops around his estate?
Probably case the shops.
I think that
Who
sounds
wants to
like
go
a good
with him?
idea.
If you want anyone else with you.
who goes along is kind of secondary. Find out who's the primary leads first.
Yeah.
Someone go with
Well,
merchants.
yeah. So if Alfons is primary, who's going as secondary?
No. Figure out the legwork scenes first.
Yeah.
People
we
can
can
tag
decide,
along
like-
whatever.
Oh,
I-
right. Okay. Sorry, I thought we had to sort all that out.
I
beforehand.
think
My
that
bad.
I am going to try and find a way into the estate to the study, just to make it easier to get Diga's character in, since you're terrible at stealth.
Thank you.
Reasonable. I'd like to, if at all possible, use my chameleon skill, speciality or whatever we're calling it,
Benefit.
and benefit. Yep, and make myself up as a clerk who's just been brought on to work at the estate.
Mm-hmm. You have the appropriate
you
wardrobe, accent, mannerisms, and proper identification with the seal of the crown for this persona, counting house accounts and social connections going back years. Choose 2 appropriate
So
types
I
of
would have
districts.
to-
While you're in this persona, you are not conspicuous in those districts.
So it'd be merchant and noble. I mean, I was thinking of going slums and commoner, but thought I
let's
might
go on.
actually be helpful this session.
Please.
And I will go to the book club and get a conversation with him and stuff. Just so I feel like we should at least meet this guy and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Because he
Mhm.
might drop something, or maybe he'll say something about alchemy stuff, and that'll help Digo out later, or he'll mention someone, and who knows?
Yeah. Not to mention, if I can talk to him and stuff, I might be able to like finagle some sort of invite of some kind. Because that's the thing, stuff like I could totally get an invitation. I could probably get an invitation into his estate if we decide that like we go with the like trying to use the like a deal and stuff as a cover for getting into the estate.
And we'd also try and finagle like a private show for him, and
You could pincer this, to be honest. You have one group going in with the invitation, and the other coming in stealth-wise, and then just
Yeah,
grab
the
it in
one,
the middle.
yeah, and the ones with the invitations are essentially the distraction and stuff for the people who are sneaking in.
yes, we could just double distract him. Double distraction.
All right, but
Both
Okay,
the
cool.
meeting and the show.
yeah.
Okay, so is that everyone's?
All right, so
Legwork?
just to run down.
3 minutes.
So the legwork we've got so far is Alfons going in and casing the stores. I've forgotten everyone's names. That's really awful of me.
There's Fonz, Trixie,
Thaddeus, Katya, Alan.
Thaddeus, Katya, and Alan.
That's right.
It's okay, no one can remember.
Okay,
All right, so Caddy is going in and casing the joint stealthily.
Yeah, find an easy way in and out.
get some
Our
better-
own personal little Vesper is going and meeting the magistrate,
yeah, and you're trying to.
and I've created an identity for myself to case as a clerk
right.
and get in with his other workers and find out if, see if I can find any information from
Okay.
them about what's going on.
But that still leaves Trix. What do you want? What are you gonna do?
Good question.
You got this. Come on.
What are some of your you're a mummer, aren't you?
Yes, I can maybe, if he doesn't go for the whatever you're trying to distract him with, I can try and set up sort of a private screening of a show for him to get him distracted as well, or
Yeah,
maybe
I'll keep.
maybe book
He's
one for book a AR show at his estate, find a way in that way.
Damn it! I have a question. I really wanted to ask that other person. I completely forgot. God damn it! He's a scholar, right?
He's a
If
scholar.
that's the case, there's a good chance he's a historical scholar, so you might be able to bribe him with a historical play.
That could work. I mean, I'm not personally a actor, but I know a few actors.
That's information you could probably get.
Yeah, I know a few people that I might be able to.
30 seconds.
I might be able to finagle a play.
Well,
Or
yeah,
a play, or like a poetry read, or a reading.
But
Like a reading with magical enhancements.
But what
bet you he'd go for
A
that.
dramatical reading of a historical play. I could do
Done.
that.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll go and do some research.
I'll go and do my thing.
Worst comes to worst, is punch him in the face and hope everything turns out fine.
And time.
What a way to land that ending.
Hey, everyone's got their job.
And sticks the landing.
I forgot everything that we just talked about. Can we go over it again?
All right, I'm gonna go talk to the guy at his little book club. You're gonna get a job in the estate. Katya is gonna sneak in. Alfons is gonna go talk to the alchemists, the local alchemist stores to see who's supplying him and his little hobbies. And Trix is going to
See
do
about
some research.
putting on a play that he would like.
Yes.
Do some research into some mystery that you might like and set up a play for it.
I think that's something that Alan is going to want to see if he can find out, and then Trixanna's job is actually getting the resources to put that together.
Getting the people together.
So you can go ahead and start like seeing about gathering some people around and stuff for some sort of like.
I feel like the first legwork scene that should happen is yours, Codeman, because a lot of our information
Hinges
derives
on
from
you.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
I could technically go
And-
in at the same time.
And between scenes, like, time is going to be kind of abstracted between all these things happening. And between scenes, like, after a scene ends, you can disseminate that information. We just assume you have a little powwow and be like, okay, this is what I learned. Everyone gets to stay on top of things.
Yeah, but out of everyone, Codeman's got to go first.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cool. And anyone can just tag along to that.
If
want-
if they feel like they can help, yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't want to... No one that would be conspicuous.
Right, this
Well,
will
yeah,
be
that's-
in
Not me.
let's see.
I mean, if this is anywhere except maybe the common area, that's not me.
Can I come along with you in disguise?
Probably,
Because
yeah.
I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, I can't come in. I can't come with you.
Xencarn just wants to size up where his face is for his fist.
No,
Where
don't-
do I
Please don't
punch?
punch him.
Not yet.
I'm an employee. I can't punch my boss.
Yeah.
You're not even that good
Yeah.
at fighting.
No, it's fine. It's like a
I mean, like-
50%.
Anyway, I'm gonna say the courthouse is not a noble district, but it is in a merchant district. So anyone
Oh,
who's
nice.
conspicuous in a merchant district will generate more heat there.
I'm just
No.
going.
Also, yeah, it's the start of the day
Okay.
segment, so for each of you, you all generate a heat.
One heat.
One heat.
There is 5 heat in the pool, and I don't have my
You're gonna have fun
paper,
with this
so-
group.
I'll just have a
You're
little
hot to
notepad
trot.
thing up.
Oh, also, like, quick question. So do we generate additional heat for every person? So it's like, say whoever comes with me, do we generate additional heat for every player that comes with me? Or does that, like, it's just the generated heat at the start of the day?
I think
Every segment you generate some heat because you are criminals operating in a lawful city. If you start a scene in a district where you are conspicuous, you also generate 1 more heat.
Okay, but you don't generate
And
heat.
each of these legwork scenes is a scene for that definition.
Okay.
Don't worry. If we're super conspicuous,
So-
I have a
So if
skill that
you're
gets around that.
if you're conspicuous in merchant district,
I am not.
I am.
if you're conspicuous on the docks and you spend 5 scenes in 1 legwork round in the docks, somehow just jumping around through all that, then you generate another 5 heat.
Toasty.
Is it getting hot in here?
That's fine.
Oh,
The more heat we have, the more fun Spud gets to have.
That's true. Anyway,
I am conspicuous everywhere except
Anyway.
the
but
common
generally,
area.
it's probably a good bet to tag along in scenes where you can feasibly help. Or it makes sense. Because the person leading the scene is after a specific piece of, information.
Nah, I just want to meet him.
Well, yeah, and for our scene stuff, it's mostly like we're just trying to get general information and stuff on him.
Meet and greet.
I'm just gonna stay in my corner of sanity.
So,
Fine.
Stop this!
so, shit, Xencarn, what's your character's name?
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. So, Thaddeus, do you want to come as my, like, servant, or...
No, he's got his new identity as a clerk of the courts.
I'm
Oh,
going
that's
to meet.
right.
I am going to meet my new boss.
Ah,
Interview day.
alright then. So yeah, we'll head to the courthouse where we'll talk with, what's this judge's name?
George Beauregard.
Okay. George Beauregard. So Judge Beauregard.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, the two of you head on down to the courthouse, and kind of immediately in sort of the public rooms of the building. Actually, just a second. No, you're not. No, you both are fine. So, there's this sort of large conference room, and the honorable magistrate himself is at the head of this table with some commoners and some nobles. And, they're all... The meeting has been underway for a few minutes now. And he sees you approach and is like, "Oh, well, by all means, come in, if you're interested."
I'll nod at him and stuff and thanks, and go ahead and take a seat for now. If I'm not sure, I want to get a sense for how this book club and stuff does its meetings and everything before like just approaching him.
I mean, it's they talk about the chapters they read. They go around the table talking about their interpretation of the author's intent. They seem to be covering a historical nonfiction novel about the fall of the Vladov Empire, following a particular group of refugees as they flee to New Dunhaven and are deal with prejudice and are arrested and spend years in the castle. And
I am so glad I didn't come.
And they're talking about the author's, style and interpretation and yada yada yada. If you're into that sort of thing, it must be very interesting. But to you guys who have other things to do, it kind of drones on and on. They constantly get caught up by tangents.
Who does that?
Well, I am technically like a learned individual and stuff, so I might have like at least read on the subject.
You do have a degree in something, I'm sure. So you can you haven't read the book yet yourself, but you can offer some examples. You managed to get into the discussion. I'll agree. You can just say that, because that's the sort of things you know.
Okay.
So, Code, I take it you're sort of putting on a very sort of noble air.
Oh yeah.
Right. In that case, I'm going to be standing behind him, back straight, papers in hand, looking all like,
business.
the dutiful official servant type of thing.
I think the clerks would have sort of a uniform, and he would notice you, and sort of acknowledge that you've probably got some business with him, but he gestures for you to wait until after the meeting is finished. And
I bow and do so.
all right.
Do people bow?
Yeah. The clerks would.
Let's
Especially
not overthink it.
All right. So eventually, finally, mercifully, the meeting comes to a close. Everyone gets up from the table and starts to sort of chat amongst themselves. A few people kind of gather around the judge, and a couple nobles and merchants sort of talk with him briefly about business or cases that are coming up. Some of them maybe not totally savory, but they're keeping things polite, considering that there are some commoners around. Then eventually he beckons Thaddeus, you in disguise, over and says, yes, what is it?
What time is it?
It's like
Afternoon?
It's sort of afternoonish.
It says. I'll incline my head again. Good afternoon, sir. Oh god, I had my name all picked out. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Edmund Paul, and I wanted to formally introduce myself to you as one of your new clerks for your estate, sir.
Ah, well, that's very proactive of you, but shouldn't you be getting to work then?
Of course, sir. Of course. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you coming by all means. There's certainly a lot of paperwork to deal with.
There always is, sir. Thank you. With that, I'll head over to my workstation.
All right. So you head further into the building. You show your proof of identification and are let in towards the judge's offices. And there's some other clerks around minding their business and working on handling claims and appeals and whatnot and all sorts of things. Anything particular you're looking for?
Do I have like a desk space I can sit down at?
You do. Well, it's not really like you have your own desk, more like you have sort of
a space.
Yeah,
all right.
kind of in the middle of two other clerks on either side.
Awesome. In that case, I'll sit down, start, arranging some papers, greet Both of the two next to me.
The two of you on either side of you, this young man and young woman, look like just completely dead inside, and they barely acknowledge your presence.
They haven't had their morning coffee.
It looks like they are doing some of the most boring, soul-crushing work you've ever seen.
Well, probably since it's like still, before like even the typewriter and everything, they're probably just copying documents.
They're
For
doing
me,
these
if I
taxes.
went to this book club.
Pretty much. Yep. So I'll sit down, start writing for a little bit, and then just be like, the judge out there, does he often do social gatherings like that?
Like every week, and it's it's his whole public relations thing. Which, like, why should a judge even be doing public relations when you think about it? They're supposed to be like impartial, aren't they? But
You'd think
he's trying to do the rock star judge thing.
Everyone wants to be liked.
Man of the people, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, none of that feel. Look, I'll level with you. I really only just, started working, like, this is a good gig. First time I've really had a, like, job like this. Is there anything you could tell me about him? Make sure I don't make any, really bad social blunders? Anything I shouldn't bring up?
The term is faux pas.
Shut up. I'm a learned individual, but not one who's going to be using that kind of language.
He's not, like, awful to deal with. Just don't get him started about anything he's really passionate about, or else you will just get... I mean, he will talk for literal hours about his favorite books.
Ah. Scholar, then.
Yeah, it's why he started... It's probably part of why he started the whole book club thing. Because he just wanted someone who would actually listen to him.
For a change, I'm sure.
No kidding. But yeah, just don't mention the world in the mirror, and you'll be fine.
Keep it in mind. Anything else?
It was like his favorite book when he was a teen, like 50 years ago when he was like a teenager. It was his favorite book, and he still won't stop talking about it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Ugh. But yeah, just steer clear of that is all the advice I have. And, make sure you meet your quotas.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's any job, isn't it?
Mm.
In that case, I will continue doing work. It's actually really informative.
Let's hop over to Codeman then. To Alan. Still back in the conference room, basically after you left.
Yeah. Once I see that there's an opening to introduce myself, I'll approach him.
And he greets you cordially. And, yeah.
Greetings, Your Honor. My name is Alan de Amour. I heard about your little book club and wanted to see it for myself.
It's just a quaint little thing, really. Just a hobby. But what's got you interested?
Oh, well, I'm a rather fan of some certain readings as well. I figured it'd be nice to have somebody else to talk to about it.
Oh, you're welcome to join in, I suppose.
Is anything interesting you've been reading as of late? I caught that you were talking about what was the name of the book?
I didn't say the name of the book.
Oh shit!
But
I know the name of the book.
Yes, you know the name of the book. We just skip over that.
Okay.
So you can make small talk, but like, what are you actually going for here? Let's cut to the chase. Out of character.
Okay. Well, picking up his interests and stuff, and trying to also drop like alchemy into the conversation and whatnot. Like just that.
What is the thing you want out of him? Like one specific thing.
And
how are you going to get it?
To be honest, what I want out of him is his approval or his his respect and admiration for the most part. But information wise, I would also like to get a sense and stuff of like his does he commonly invite people to his estate and such? Could I get an invitation to his estate, or arrange some sort of like meeting or like dramatical reading or something?
Let's And how would you like to approach doing that, sort of in your tactic in the conversation?
Well, mentioning that I like reading and whatnot, but I'm primarily a party planner for nobles and stuff, and dramatic readings are attending dramatic readings are a hobby of mine, or small play performances based off of books, things like that. I love sharing them with others, introducing people to some of the local performers and stuff that I know that can tell a story so well that it keeps you entranced for hours.
Yeah, okay. He tells you that he doesn't really host people terribly often at his estate, and he's got nothing planned for this week. But he does express interest in, you as an event planner, and maybe drumming up some interest with the reading, maybe, sometime next month.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. To be honest, I'm a little bit booked and stuff as of late. In the near future and stuff. But to be honest, I actually have nothing planned tomorrow night.
He kind of narrows his eyes a little at that. This is a little sudden since he just met you.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I've been rather busy as of late and stuff. I did arrange a little times for me to take a break and whatnot. I freed up some time and everything. Get some reading done and what.
So would you like to try to convince him to have you arrange an event at his estate?
Yes. And I'm gonna try and if you're not used to planning events and stuff, it is a great way to meet people, get your word out about things. I think your ambition for the scholarly achievements and whatnot is really admirable, and I would love to share that with others. Try to get others involved in basically like hamming up and stuff, and like kind of just like get him to have the idea and stuff that like, hey, I could get like. I could meet more people and stuff. Get some more prestige and everything. More PR.
All right. I'm gonna say, roll to convince someone, which for you is an 80% chance. But okay, I'm gonna give you 2 advantage die because you're playing to his interests. His scholarly interests. He, to a certain extent, can't resist. And you're promising him, some promotion for his interest. But I'm also gonna give you 3 challenge die.
Oof.
Because this is a magistrate who has to be at least a little bit security conscious, and he just met you. So, roll me 1d100 and then...
Go Code, we believe in you.
Okay. So I think I rolled this right. So...
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 challenge dice, though.
Ooh.
You rolled a 37, which is a success. And you got 1 boon and 2 drawbacks. So, you succeeded in convincing him to let you organize this event. On such short notice. He's kind of interested in the plan, and he'll make preparations and sort of not, sort of put the word out amongst his circle that this is happening. Your boon is that, the nice thing that happens is, Okay, no. One of the drawbacks that happens is he's going to increase security. He's going to make sure there's more members of City Watch at the estate, just in case there's any, anyone tries anything funny at a respected judge's estate.
Gee, thanks.
Funny with a mama? No.
And, 2, he's going to turn it into a fundraiser. Yeah. Which means an entrance fee and invitations.
Ooh. Neat.
The boon is he's gonna let you bring a +1.
Oh, goody. And
Oh,
wait,
thank God, I needed a way in.
So wait,
You're
so am I
already
gonna,
in. Shut up.
I have a question. So am I gonna have to use one of my influence to like?
Yes, actually, I think wasn't that? It's basically isn't Trixanna basically taking
that would
care
be
of the
my job. Yeah. To set yours was pretty much just to make sure he's okay with it. Mine was to actually set it all up.
the
Okay,
performance
well-
aspect.
Okay, because that is one of my influence uses. I can arrange an impromptu soiree at an elegant locale for an evening.
This is not really a soiree, though.
Okay.
This is
Well-
just a gathering.
Although, if you want to make sure that there's, if you want to sort of spread the word that, and make sure there's plenty of nobility who are, think that this is a hot place to be, you could spend influence on that.
Okay. I'll think about it. So I could basically use influence to like up this party and everything. Like, I'm gonna invite like
right as it stands right now. It's since it's such short notice, you're not gonna, and because he's gonna freaking charge admission, it's
not gonna be that big of a party.
Yeah, it's gonna be like his book club and then some interested parties, and that's about it. For this dramatic reading, you
I just love like showing up and everything, and like with like 20 or 30 additional nobles and stuff. Like, hey, we're here for the party. Like,
you
it's
could
like way more people than he's possibly even expecting.
You could upgrade it to a soiree. Really, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll discuss that with the others and stuff when we check in with each other.
All right, so that's your legwork scene, and I think that's Xencarn's as well. Since you
That it is.
you just sort of combined them and got some info there. So that leaves
I like making your life easy.
AvisEcho, Zai, and Digo. And I don't think order is going to be too important, so whoever wants to step up can do it.
I'll go.
All right.
I just have a small question before you start.
Yes.
What was the name of that book that the other clerk mentioned in Xencarn scene?
His favorite book.
It was called The World in the Mirror.
That was right.
Wow, super whale.
You were mostly
I'm
correct. You
sorry.
just missed one word.
Anyway, So, Digo, your character Alfons, you know merchants pretty well. You're in the family. Little happens in the merchant world without your people knowing. So you can pretty easily get a list of alchemists that are in the area around his estate that he might go to.
Okay. Is anyone coming with, or am I flying this one solo?
I'm gonna say the trick is, let me think about this for a second. There's I'm gonna say you kind of track down the guy who's most likely to be his contact on this. The trick is gonna be, convincing him to basically spill for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I mean,
I could probably I could tag along and stuff because I'm not conspicuous in the merchant district.
oh, we're in
am.
Merchant District again. Oh, frick.
Okay.
I can't go
can't-
anywhere.
I can't go anywhere except the common and the noble district.
I can barely go where I'm supposed to go.
We can't take you kids anywhere.
I mean, the two of you could go to Little Taona. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Is that where we're going though?
No, it's not.
That's
Exactly.
like the opposite side of where we're going.
We could, but we're not.
Again, you can't take me anywhere.
Digo, give me a name.
Um,
Just any name off the top of your head.
Carmelita.
Carmelita, sure.
Carmelita. All right. It's a young woman who runs this little alchemist shop in the merchant district that's adjacent to the noble district where the judge lives, the magistrate lives, rather. And she's just very chipper and whatnot, and doesn't seem like the sort of person who would be engaged in any specialist illegal activities.
All right, so I guess I'll go walk in the shop.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I am looking for the establishment owner.
That would be me.
Ah, yes. My name is Alfons. I have been word on the street is that you provide some of the finest alchemical materials this side of town.
Oh, I try.
Yeah. I've been in need for looking for some materials for some a project.
And what kind of project is that?
Well, the thing is that you were recommended to me by a good friend of mine. I was just wondering. His name is the magistrate Beauregard.
Her eyes go wide, and they kind of dart from side to side, and be like, "Oh, really now?"
Yes. I've heard that you provided some of the finest materials to him, and I am interested in purchasing only the best.
I'm not sure he would tell you that. I don't know what he would need an alchemist for. She says, her eyes shifting even more.
Oh, come, it's all right. It's just business here. It's completely legitimate, of course.
So is it okay if I tagged along?
Yeah. I'll say you're just beside him.
All right. Well, my friend here and stuff mostly works with me. We're actually been talking with the magistrate for a little while. We're just hoping to understand his hobbies a little better.
He likes books. He definitely likes books, and that's it. Nothing else. She's growing more and more nervous.
I'm trying to think here.
Remember, you got your benefits and skills and whatnot.
Let's see. How long have you been in the business here?
A little while. A couple of years now.
Just a couple of years?
I mean, I've been working on alchemy since I was a kid, so.
Ah, very good. So you definitely know your way around the beakers.
Oh yeah, but that has nothing to do with the magistrate. So I would appreciate if you'd stop asking about it, or I might call the city watch.
All right. Not trying to cause any harm. I was just simply quite interested in meeting one of the finer alchemists here in the town. I mean,
she really doesn't seem impressed by your flattery. She actually seems pretty nervous.
The player draws a blank.
All right.
Do you want me to try stepping in?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay.
You can try that stuff any second now.
Second now.
All right. Well, to be honest, we've kind of just heard rumors that this is a hobby he's trying to pick up. And a friend of mine who kind of has a bit of I wouldn't say a grudge, but a friendly rivalry with him on scholarly endeavors. I'll drop a name or something of some noble. They're trying to keep up and keep things like trying to been reading the same books as him, trying to like keep up a better reputation of being a scholar. And he heard this rumor that he was working on alchemy, and wanted to know what projects he might have been working on, so that they could look into it, try and beat him to the punch and whatnot. It's all very
Well, if I had an arrangement with the magistrate, it would be very strictly confidential, and he would not want me to tell those details to anyone, if I had any such arrangement.
I'm gonna try convincing her. Please, I mean, you would be able to get another rather good customer out of this,
It's like this. The magistrate is a good friend of mine. I mean, we go back quite a little ways, and we don't want the magistrate to lose in the face of this other opponent who's trying to be an upstart in the scene. And we're just trying to make sure that the magistrate has the best materials for the hobby that he's trying to put together here. Books are great, but you know this personally, that you can't just simply read a book and be an expert at the alchemy. You really have to get your hands in on it. You have to have just the right ingredients. At the alchemy. And
Okay, if you're gonna roll to convince someone,
yes.
I'm gonna say Codeman's gonna roll it, because his is higher. And with you helping him, you're gonna give him 1 advantage die. But because you guys haven't been doing such a great job of not making yourself look sketchy as hell, 4 challenge dice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So we succeeded, but
It's gonna be fun.
You're just gonna make my job harder, aren't you? Somehow.
At least we didn't punch anyone in the face.
That'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was worried about Xencarn.
Inconspicuous as fuck.
This team's gonna get screwed by the 1%.
So,
Hey, whoa! Don't put this on me. You were the one that was doing most of the talking.
Bloody Vespers.
I can blame whoever I want. Excuse you. You're the one.
Like, also,
before you start setting each other ablaze,
It's too late.
so you succeed, and she says, "Fine, I'll tell you what I know. Just don't, just."
Don't keep spreading rumors. Yeah, well,
The drawbacks appear in the form of let's say, sorry, let me just look up something real quick.
I love you both, okay? But I swear.
Drawbacks appear in
security has been increased.
I hate security is 99%.
3 city watch guards enter the shop, and look at you guys going, is there a problem here? One of them flips the open sign to closed.
Bye, guys.
Spud,
And yeah,
would this area be considered a commoner district?
it's a merchant district.
Merchant district? Okay, gotcha.
And while he's flipping the sign and maybe sort of, adjusting blinds maybe so that no one can see inside, the other two pull out batons.
Joy.
Bye, guys. We barely knew ye.
I'll make sure you get a nice grave somewhere. Maybe. Nice being relatives.
Actually, getting a grave is nice.
And, they look to the Katarina and say, you better not have said anything about our magistrate friend. And they move forward to try and subdue you two.
Time for combat.
Fuck!
No, it's fine, guys. Just roll initiative. Cast fireball.
Unless there's a way you can persuade them not to fight you. Which there probably isn't.
God damn. You know, I should have just said, like, you know what? Like, is this a thing I could retrospectively do? Like, bring in the usual suspects and stuff? Like, I wish I brought muscle.
Wish you brought me and made everything harder.
During one scene per day or night segment, you can order 4 members of your cartel to help you. You can do that.
Okay.
I can say you signal to a group of Vesper minions who are waiting outside.
Yell at the door, guys, help us, please.
The sounds of a chickadee run through the air.
Unless you want to chant something like a smoke bomb or something. Just run.
Oh, I guess you do. Well, no, but we still need to get the information out of her.
True.
If we leave, we don't get the information. If we stay and fight these guys and knock them out, then we can get the information from her and go. But we're probably generating heat.
Yeah, think.
The fact that we're generating heat no matter what.
Yeah.
The corrupt City Watch thugs take their swings at you, but well, they all miss.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, yay. They're corrupt. We're good.
You're also
Time to-
bad at everything.
Well, I guess I'm gonna brawl with them. I'll bring out my brass knuckles.
All right, make a roll. Oh, are you gonna bring in the usual suspects or?
Yes, I'm gonna bring in the usual suspects. So I assume, like,
you can order them to take an action on your turn.
yeah. So I'll order them to try and fight these guys and stuff as well. So now there's just like 7 of us in front of this counter.
In an alchemy shop that is definitely
They were
not
all
full of
the way
delicate
there.
beakers.
Okay.
9. There's 9 people in front of the counter at this like
It's fine,
alchemy
you're
shop.
insane.
So we're breaking some shit probably, but you know, like.
Flail wildly, hope for the best.
All right, so first I'll roll for the usual suspects.
They
fail.
Yeah, that still be 50%. So no, they try to restrain the City Watch, but your Vesper minions are not the best fighters in the world. They're usually more involved in discreet tactics.
Yeah.
So they're not exactly bodybuilders. But then there's your action.
Yeah. I managed to punch someone. So I did 53 and then plus 10 from my brass knuckles. So... You
don't add that to your roll.
Oh. How do we do damage?
Damage is the result of your roll. So if you roll a 37, you deal 37 luck damage.
Right, but then don't we add?
Then you add 10, but you don't add it to the roll because that would make you.
Right. We don't add it to the roll. It only gets added to damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
so yeah, on the guards.
Also, these are minions, so yeah, you deck one. He just goes down.
Oh, goody.
There's 2 left. Alfons.
All right. Throw something. I guess throw a steel tip dart.
Grab a bottle off the shelf and lob it.
Maybe you don't want to use a steel tip dart and use something that'll draw blood and be lethal.
True. Okay. Well, and all I can do really is punch. So I guess
you're in an alchemist shop.
Start mixing chemicals.
Oh, jeez.
Just start throwing random bottles.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Drink half of it. Eventually you'll get superpowers.
Oh,
Or
God.
die.
It can't get any worse.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
No.
Stop.
So can't get in there.
Xencarn's like the perpetual evil, like, demon on my shoulder. So influential. Alright, well, in an alchemist shop,
At this point.
is there maybe something that I can use to maybe, like, try to blind one of them.
Well, remember, you can't really do much, that. Alchemy isn't really about, like, flashy powders and explosions and whatnot. It's more about altering, the properties of objects.
Make steel harder.
Or make it bouncy or something. Like, you'd have to...
Soften their batons?
Just one simple pill for $1.99 a month. I regret nothing.
I think that would still hurt. You've basically got a very short rubber whip at that point. Might even be worse. But you can, if you just want to like throw a glass beaker, you can just do that.
Alfons was about to punch somebody.
How about, since Discord kind of crapped its pants there in the middle of our session, let's just abstract this and say it's a few City Watch minions. You've got backup, you beat them up. You're not exactly fighters, but, there's more of you than them, and you managed to subdue them and knock them out.
Okay.
Yeah, I managed to deck one of them. Like,
yeah.
True.
And so now the alchemist shop lady is, just standing there sort of a little bit terrified, but is like, okay then. What specifically do you want to know?
What ingredients is he purchasing?
Well, it's not really ingredients that he's purchasing. It's completed items that he wants. There's two.
But quick question, did you restart the stream?
I did not. Should I? I mean,
might be a good idea.
I suppose.
It's up to you, really.
Yeah, it's true. As long as it's recording,
Just add another session 11, it'll be fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We get his stuff, right?
Oh yeah, what a mess. Alright, well, yeah, I'll just do that. Anyway, she says it's there's two items that he's had me make for him. One is a thing of alchemist ice, which is, it's a pellet that when it breaks, it whoa. Was I? That anyway. It's a pellet that when it releases, it expands this material that basically temporarily freezes an entire room.
Very interesting.
So I got the impression that's for like
for a hot summer day.
for defense, for some sort of security. And the other thing, okay, so I like to think I'm pretty good at alchemy, and there's this particularly complex service that I provide for some people, and it is, to sum it up, it's transmuting the contents of one book into another. Basically making, changing all of the text.
That sounds more like magic than alchemy.
No. It's quite alchemical. I could explain it to you later if you really want. Books are simply paper with inks of dyes of various colors. At a very minuscule scale, changing those little splots and inks and dyes can simply change words and text from one to another. And simply copying it from one book to another's not. Well, I can see the difficulty in it, yes, but
it's enormously difficult. But I was paid extravagantly, and basically there's this book that's sort of 2-in-1, and he purchases on occasion reagents that basically you just drop a bit of this, and it spreads throughout the book and shifts the inks so that the text of the hidden book is what appears on the pages, and then back again. I don't know what he wants it for, but considering how secret he wanted it to be, I'm guessing, and
Well,
I
of
have
course.
an idea.
We'll certainly keep it hush-hush. I mean, we are friends.
well, what are you going to do about the city watch people that are apparently the judge just has city watchman in his pocket? Great.
Yeah, which, by the way, are you sure you want to keep working for somebody like this?
I mean, I'd rather not have to go on the run.
I could recommend someone.
Then I suggest...
I'd
just-
also rather not work with the cartels.
I suggest not talking about this. Don't make any more trouble for yourself. Don't make any trouble for the magistrate.
I'm just going to lay low for a little while.
I suggest you do that. And
Mhm.
kind of just forget this whole thing happened.
Mm-hmm. She nods and...
We and Louis wake up and ask what became of us. We ran.
Sure.
Gone.
So yeah, there's a very, very, very specific reagent that you need to basically transform the book from one text to another.
Do you have it?
I was just about to deliver some.
Oh. Can I spend an influence to get a sample?
You can. If
Acquire
you can,
goods I fell off.
if you influence representing sort of your resources and connections in the family,
I can?
she would be quite delighted actually, because you'd basically just be paying her a bunch and offering business connections
Yes.
to help her get out of this jam.
We're sketchy, but at the same time, we're kind of legit. We're strange that way.
No, you're mostly criminals, I'd say. But
You are criminals.
but
Well, yeah,
That's a-
but the family and stuff are the ones and stuff with the most legitimate businesses.
yeah, yeah.
Well, they are the mafia.
Mafioso.
Anyway, yeah, you spend that influence then.
All right.
And you get a vial of this grayish liquid, and she instructs you that just open the book on its spine, put a drop on the left page, drop on the right, and it should spread to the whole book.
Okay. Thank you very much, kindly.
All right, and you hightail it out of there, I assume.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I'm starting to. Okay, wait. I have a question.
Oh,
The
how long do you have those minions of yours?
well,
Until the end of the
actually-
scene, which is now.
Yeah. But I was just about to ask and stuff like, would it be less heat and stuff to make these 3 guards and stuff disappear? Probably not.
It would. I mean, you take hostages or kill them, that will definitely be a lot more heat.
Mm-hmm.
If you simply started a scuffle and ran, it would still be a lot of heat, but less than making 3 officers of the law, no matter how, corrupt they may be, disappear and go missing.
Fair enough.
Basically,
But
we're
my
screwed regardless. Just accept it.
Well, my rep. Oh, it'll be fine.
It's okay. I can always bribe someone to pin the blame on somebody else.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now then.
So, this legwork's taking a while. Let's go to someone else. Either Trixanna or Katya.
Katya.
Before more heat gets added.
You say that like I'm going to screw up.
Alright, so your plan was to go and case the estate.
Yeah. At least find an easy way in for people who can't get in through the front door.
Alright, I'm gonna make you a roll for case the joint with 1 challenge die.
Okay. Let's see. All my files are gone. That's an 80. Shoot. And that's the 1 challenge die is the 1d10 E5, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, you succeed. But you succeed at casing the joint, which but you are sort of spotted lurking around the back of the estate, and you are sort of approached by the city watch and asked to leave, and they take note of your presence.
Great.
But you did spot A couple ways actually. It's the back of the building has got those garden lattice things. I forget what they're called.
I literally was told it earlier and I can't remember it, but I know what you're talking about.
I just called them lattice.
Yeah, these vine lattices, and they're pretty sturdy and easy to climb, and they give you several entry points up to some of the external balconies and windows and whatnot. And one of them goes straight up to the window of his study.
Okay. Is it?
But the area is patrolled once every few minutes by the guards on the outside. So.
And how many of them are patrolling right now? Can I notice that?
Looks like it's only one.
So it's just the one going around this.
Actually, it's
path?
two, and they're kind of making laps of the grounds. So one passes by every few minutes.
Is there a way I can figure out how much time passes between one going and getting out of sight and the other one showing up?
I just said every few minutes.
Oh. I was thinking of a specific number, but that's fine. Because,
don't ask too much for specifics.
I'm just thinking of what would happen when this all went down.
Let's say 4.
So I'm thinking that I'm literally just, because it's not like I'm doing this now. It's like night of take one down, let who's ever with me pass and go up. As the other one comes around, take out the other one.
Something like that.
Okay. And I probably can't try and get up.
Though you do know that because of the drawbacks that Alan got, there will be increased security at the event tomorrow night.
Right.
So there may even be more guards.
Is there anything around that back area that can be used as cover, like bushes or whatnot?
There's some topiaries and a shed. I mean, I'm assuming that you can climb the fence, obviously.
Well, I'm not worried about. I'm less worried about me getting in. I'm more worried about anyone that I'm bringing in, because I think I have I'm pretty sure I have the highest stealth.
Well, you won't just need stealth, you'll also need climb.
Yeah. Which I have an 80 in, so...
Yeah, but you are the only one who has climb, jump, and tumble, which means for everyone else it's 50.
Which is why I said I'm not worried about me. I'm trying to think of how to make this easier for anyone else. Just
Well, let's not spend too much time trying to plan.
Yeah.
There's a thing for that.
Yeah.
So, Zai.
Yes, hello.
Your legwork, you're going to get your mummers contacts to put on a show.
Yep.
On 1 day's notice.
Yep. It's gonna be fun.
So, I'm gonna guess that you go to one of the performance troops that you're in contact with in the mummers.
Yeah, she's gonna go to her own troop, our own family, the Bucklands.
Ah.
It's a big family.
Right.
It's less of an actual blood family and more just a collection of people under the name Buckland.
Right. The Buckland clan.
The Buckland clan.
Alright. So, who is sort of the patriarch or matriarch of a family?
Jeff.
Jeff
Spelled
Buckland.
Spelled with a G.
G-E-F-F?
G-E... Oh, God, I think it's G-E-O-F-F.
Oh, yeah, okay, Jeff, right.
Jeff.
Sorry, for a second I imagined G-E-F, like Geff.
I mean, that would kind of make it funny if it was just spelt Jeff with a J, but instead of a J, it's a G.
Yeah. But, Jeff, G-E-O-F-F is actually reasonable.
G-E-O-F-F, Jeff Buckland.
Jeff Buckland. All right, so you have to basically convince him that he ought to get the whole family in on this scheme, which will cost you an influence, and you're going to need to probably goad someone, appealing to their pride or something, because they're going to be reluctant to
Yeah.
do this thing. They're not all criminals there in the Bucklands.
Some of them are actually just performers.
Yeah. And, this is a reading, which isn't really, like, the most ambitious project, and it's, like, they need to learn this in a day, and get costumes, and...
It's a dramatic reading, which is kind of a play.
Yeah, but it's, it's doable, certainly, but I'm gonna say, you're gonna need to... You're gonna need to pitch this thing to Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
So roll me, goad someone, just straight up.
I have an 80 to that. I'm just copying and pasting the thing on the text document and then changing it. It's math has never been my strong point. Right, and that's with a what am I rolling here?
Just the D100.
Just a D100. Right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You went over.
Yeah.
But this demonstrates pushing your luck. You can spend 10 luck in increments of 10 luck to reduce your result by 10.
How far down am I going to need to go?
Well, your skill is 80, so you'll need to do it once.
So yeah, we'll do that then. And I just knocked 10 off me luck.
All right. That's a 72. You succeed. And you manage to goad the old man into putting on the show for the magistrate in his book club.
He does it in a more sort of calm and sort of like the whole exuberant personality, big flashy. That's all kind of just for show. Like when she's with her family, it's more sort of subdued and calmer. I mean, not as much, but there's no like a big flashy light show and loud, exuberant announcements. It's just like, yeah, hey, I'm here, I'm home.
All right.
And so just give the whole spiel to Jeff.
All right then. So yeah, that's it for that round of legwork, and thus ends the first. The first
Day and night?
No, that's just the day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we get to do any nightly stuff.
So, you have some options. You can do another planning segment.
Yeah, I want to, just talk real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
Because your event is tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah,
tomorrow night, yeah.
And this is the first night segment.
Okay, so his ledger and everything, it's totally in the study, but...
It's in that book of the mirror.
I'm going to start the timer then, if that's what you're doing.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair.
Oh, good.
Let me just
It's in the book of the mirror.
starting
Yeah,
now.
it's totally... Okay, sorry. It's totally in the book of the mirror. He changed it and stuff to hide what it really is and shit.
And that's going to be in the study.
And that's going to be in the study.
We have to
and
break.
we probably expect any trap, some sort of trap and everything that's going to freeze the entire room.
Right.
Yeah.
So Digo has to get into that room to help out.
I could create a disguise for him, or at least I could attempt to.
Question: but does he specifically have to be in that room? Because if we
Yes, because we need him to disarm it.
okay, he has to be the one to use the
Well, what would be the skill for alchemy? usage.
It'd be 50. It'd be literally 50% for everyone else.
It's
Yeah,
used
so
alchemical object, yeah.
it has
Okay,
to
yeah.
be. It has to be him.
So while the
Okay.
rest of us technically could do it, it's probably not worth the hassle.
Right.
Now, if you really want to, take this to the next level, if we can get a copy of a mundane, book in the mirror, switch it out.
I can get that. I'll bring it as we'll be bringing probably several copies for to read the lines. So you can just I'll pass you one as you come in,
Yeah,
and you can
Well,
just
like-
do the switch.
yeah, we can easily and stuff just like get one before even the event and stuff.
Yeah, because we have a whole
Good.
morning segment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We have plenty of time beforehand that we could just
Yeah.
say and stuff that like, hey, you get the book.
Yeah, I can get that. I'll get you the book in the morning.
I've kind of already written up my kind of plan, even incorporating added guards.
Shoot.
Well, I'm just thinking, if there's going to be extra security, is it worth trying to sneak Daigo in?
How
Why
else
wouldn't
is
it
he gonna
be?
get in?
How else is he gonna?
I can forge documents and create disguises.
Well, yeah, but that means and stuff like that's just another way for him to get into the building. And if he goes in through use,
Yeah, but it's
Link
better than him
cover.
trying to climb a fence.
Don't you have a +1? Can't you get him in that way?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, I can also bring him in as just a +1 and everything.
Yeah, but I don't think the two of you should be together because of what happened at the Alchemists.
Are you saying that I'm not good for him?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but it'd probably be easier if they go in together and
Get him
then
a
they
disguise, and he can be the +1.
Yeah.
But the
can dress
problem,
him up as a girl. No one's gonna know.
Yeah.
okay, the problem is if we do that, he then has to sneak away from the party.
Mm.
I have
Just
a better way.
Guarantee, problem solved.
I have a better idea, and it actually adds in your idea, Xencarn.
Woo.
We go in, I bring in Digo, and then because you can get around because you're staff, so you leading the party isn't odd. So you could meet up with Digo after we have the book, do the disguise, and then get him out with the book.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I could also take the book out, considering we're going to have, copies of it on hand. And
Right.
they're not exactly going to be like, oh, why do you have this? Like, because we were just doing the reading.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still, Xencarn would have to meet with Digo's character to give the disguise to actually, so it doesn't seem odd for him to go into the party at all.
Hmm.
Unless we just
Because at that point,
smuggle,
he'd
unless
have
we
to
just
be-
smuggle him in with Zai's family.
Yeah. The way there's a lot of us, and you can probably just worm your way in.
Try to be influential.
So, okay, my question is that is it going to be more inconspicuous for him to sneak in through the back, and then will the guards and stuff and the judge not notice there being an extra? Well,
Well, they don't know how many people are turning up as entertainers, so unless you gave them specific numbers at any point. So technically we could all of us by you could go in as entertainers.
and also and stuff, if I do use my influence and stuff to like upgrade the party and stuff to like even more guests and everything.
Well, if it's a fundraiser, I feel like no one's really going to be 100% paying attention to how many people are there.
Well, but that's the thing is that right now the party isn't that big, so they can probably keep track of the number of people that are there. But if I use my influence to get a shit ton more people at the party, that's a lot more faces and stuff and people for them to keep track of,
Hmm.
which would
Yep.
make it easier for Digo and stuff to sneak in through the back, then sneak out through the party.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Though I think I'm going to have to take out about 3 guards.
Why would you need to take out 3 guards?
Well, not going out to
Hang
to
on.
allow Digo to actually get to somewhere to hide. Hide that body. Take out the next one that shows up so that Digo can get up the
Basically doing the
ladder or
Hitman
whatever.
thing.
Hide that body. Take out the third one that comes around, hide that body, and then go up myself.
Well, I think you might be able to get him and you up the thing and stuff before, like, because it was 4 minutes and stuff. That gives you 4 minutes to get across and up the thing before the guard comes around.
The third one is like just in case I don't have enough time. It's
But the thing is,
question. There's invitations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have 80% to forge documents.
Ooh.
So I could just forge us all invites.
I
Hey,
like that.
you've created yourself. You've created a number of openings to at least get in the building.
yeah.
I have 80 to create disguise. So
Wait, really?
yes,
Nice.
I have really nice.
So
you just need one of us to get out with the book. The rest of us can just continue to enjoy the party and leave with the rest of the guests.
I can go to jail and get out easy.
I can get the book, no problem. If you
but
get the book to me, that's easy.
Yeah, the problem is that if the book, or not the Katya, if Katya and stuff like takes out that many guards, the guards might notice and stuff like, hey, what happened to the guys out back? Like, that's the only problem stuff is I'm worried that if we start taking out too many guards, like people, like the guards are going to notice something's up.
Okay.
So
What if we? Okay. So what if I? Okay.
There's always
so what
going to
if
be there's always going to be issues.
6:30.
Yeah. All
Plant a
what if
bottle
I
of
forge
wine on one of them.
What if I forge documents to get us all in? Avis shadows Jigo to the study, while me and Codeman schmooze outside, and Trix keeps us as a Trix acts as the distraction. So Digo gets rid of the trap. Avis kills anyone who stumbles upon them if shit goes bad. We get the book to Trix, and then we basically do a leave.
Also, we don't need invites and stuff. Because I don't think it's not invitation. It's
Yes, it is.
It's invitational.
Yeah, he gave you an invite, remember?
No,
Because it's a fundraiser.
you have to buy an invite.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's why I was just going to forge ours so that we didn't have to actually pay for it.
I'll be getting in anyway
Money's not a
because it's our show.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Digo's gonna get in anyway and stuff. And so you could forge an invite and stuff for Alfons, so that if he gets stopped going out, trying to get out through the party and everything, he can show like, see, I do have an invite. Like, so at least that would be good.
Only one of us really needs an invite because you have yours +1, so you can take one other person with you. Xencarn's staff and can get in regardless. Smarty is entertainment.
Right.
So it's me and Digo who need to get in, and one can be the +1.
So yeah, I guess I could save my +1 and stuff to say that it's Alfons, so that when Alfons comes back and stuff, I'll just be like, oh, hey, this is my friend and everything. I invited him to the party.
This is my
I think this is
+1.
such a bad idea. That's a really bad idea to have you two together.
Why? Are we going to cause trouble?
No, just because you caused trouble together. And I
Well,
don't know
could
how
be-
much of that information about your looks is going to pass on
could be on
to the
hands,
magistrate. So that's my concern.
No, I totally agree with that and stuff.
Yeah.
so if Codeman takes if Codeman takes Avis as a +1, we forge for Digo, and then we.
And then I can slip away from Codeman and basically be really conspicuous with Digo, get him up to the study, do that.
Oh, you think so? You're saying get in through the party, and then just go through the estate.
If we're going that way now, putting my hard work out the window.
Well,
it's fine.
No, it doesn't. Because if something goes seriously wrong, we know there's a fence we can hop.
Right.
Yeah, that's totally true. Because it also means and stuff that like if all is said and done, if we get Alfons to the study, you could easily go out the window with the book and sneak out through some other and just sneak out and everything. And
Actually,
then,
I like that.
I think the
probably
biggest
better.
point of this, because I do agree with this, is that we get up to the study, Digo gets the book, meet up with quickly Xencarn to do a small disguise maybe, and get back to the party. I can go out the window if something goes wrong.
Yep.
And I can literally be the distraction.
Get the book back to me, and we're good.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Yep. I think that works as a plan.
I mean,
And I can use-
I can't be away from the play for long, but I can be on hand if
You
he
have to
needs
remember
help.
to give us a copy of the book so we can switch it.
Yeah, no, I'll get that to you in the morning.
and I'll use my influence and stuff and make the party even bigger, so it's easier for us to get lost in the crowd.
So I
And
think
I will spend my influence getting a corpse.
Why?
I
I
know,
can't
man.
influence either, so it's fine. I mean, I could, but it would be really bad for me too. We don't need wolves to show up.
And then after all of this, I basically spend influence and I quarantine the entire district and no one's allowed in or out.
jeez.
I just noticed that most of my influence involves one of us going to jail.
I mean,
that says a lot about your
In
faith
case
in
one of you
Codeman.
goes to jail very soon.
Yeah.
It's
That-
fine. Literally, I'm offering myself on a silver platter because it's easier for Circle members to get out of jail.
That's true.
That is true.
So,
Dude,
if
shank
anyone-
all the prison guards.
If anyone is to be caught, it's best that it's you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not that we want to see you fail. It's just it's better for the rest of us.
I'm okay with this failure. So, actually, worst case scenario, we get found out. Digo, pretend that you are trying to subdue me somehow
With your fists.
with your tiny man fists.
Just push him to the floor and stand on
Excuse
him.
me?
40 seconds.
Come at me, family man.
Just chloroform yourself.
So to recap, you've got the back way as an exit strategy, but the main plan is to use the party as a distraction to sneak up to the study.
Yeah. The main plan is to get the book back to
The party.
and then I will escape with the book.
And I am offering as the scapegoat.
though, I mean, we could very well and stuff just like, because you were able to sneak
5,
sneak
4,
onto the,
2, 1, 0.
Okay.
So, as you start wrapping up, in basically where you were planning before, the Mummer's Run in second floor, there are some hurried footsteps, coming up the stairs, and, Diane, from your client from before, says, "What the hell did you 5 do?"
I did nothing.
We did nothing.
I did nothing.
You hear a very
it's
loud
his fault.
commotion.
Points at the Vesper.
No, I pointed out Alphonse.
I pointed both of you, okay?
It was legit business.
I just so you,
Anyway.
I should probably be a lot more transparent about heat in the future, but I just spent a lot because
You did.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Now
I
we don't
just
have to worry
spent
about it
at
the party.
least 3.
There's more than one digit, let's say.
Oh, God.
Awesome.
And
So what
Diane,
happened?
Diane, this the eye patched woman says, "There's almost 24 city watch downstairs, and they're coming after. They've heard reports about some kind of crew operating from here, and they're going to try to arrest you, me, probably anyone else they find in their way."
Sorry guys, I got this.
Okay, where's the window? Like,
There's a big old
I'm out it.
There's a big old window facing towards the street, but you can see city watchmen standing on the main
They're outside.
public street.
Hmm.
No,
There's some smaller windows facing the side towards the alley.
All right.
Okay. Wow.
I'll head downstairs then.
No!
what? Why?
Stop
Why
him!
not? What else are we gonna do?
Don't.
Like,
No.
Can he honestly make it worse?
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
I love how you all have faith that I can make it worse, but not that I can succeed.
Because you always
What is
do.
your plan?
Oh, my plan's really simple. My plan is for me to leave
How?
They're
by
looking.
lying really, really well.
Can I stealth out somehow? Or
No,
hide in
probably
the
not.
rafters?
Yeah, for the rest of us.
I mean, I have no plan for how the rest of you are getting out, but I'm pretty sure I can secure my own escape.
Can
You
I
realize
hide
that
in the rafters somewhere? With my epic stealth?
Hide under the bed. Be the bed sheet.
As you
I am a tree!
I am Groot.
let's say everyone, you have a free round to try something with one action. If you want
Cool, I
to, if
leave
you
the room.
There's no disadvantage, right?
Let's
it depends on what you want to try to do.
I was going to hide.
You're going to. There's almost a couple dozen city watchmen down there. I'm not sure.
Okay,
Here's
if I
my
try to go out one of the windows, how many disadvantage dice are you going to throw at me?
All of them.
Okay.
No,
You
that
said
was a legitimate question, Spud.
I'm going to say that would be tumble with a cup to open the window and jump
Tumble.
out.
No, I wasn't going to jump out. I was going to climb to the roof and hide there.
Climb to the roof and
hide on the roof.
hide on top of the building.
Yes!
I am a weather vane. Ignore me.
Well, I mean, if there's another building adjacent and stuff, she could probably jump to the next building.
I'm just want to get up there just to get out of view so I'm not seen.
I'm gonna say it would be. Let's see.
I have my plan.
I'm gonna say
I can't get out of
two
the way.
challenge dice. If you open the window and try to climb up, just scale the building.
Does anyone else want to suggest something before I throw myself into the fire?
Nope.
I'm gonna
Go
don
ahead
my
and do it.
I'm gonna don my Edmund Pell disguise and walk out the front door.
I'm going to
Have
use
fun,
magic.
guys.
You have ruined your disguise, by the way, by doing that. You might not want to.
Yeah.
How so? I have all the official documents.
Yeah,
I'm a new
but that
clerk. I have to sleep somewhere.
no, but it destroys your credibility, and it sends
The
that
fact
information
that
will go
you're
to
a
Master
you're a brand new employee being
Mm.
caught at an inn where a suspected group of criminals are planning activities.
Sure, I sell Smarty out.
I'm going to
Okay.
use magic.
No,
All right.
sell
Smart.
Digo out so then we can use the disguise. I can actually use my influence.
Wait, no, hang on. We're
Yeah,
all
because you
being...
can't get the book without me.
No, hang
Yeah,
on.
but
We're all
I'm the
being
only one who
really
can get one of you
stupid
guys out
here.
of jail.
We sell
fair enough.
Avis out because
No!
she can get out of jail.
Well, if she can get one of us out of jail, I mean,
Okay.
Can
Here.
she though? Like, okay,
Yes.
what specifically would be the mechanic for that?
It's actually me spending influence.
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on that.
Okay. Because that also is assuming that these aren't the judge's people, and they're not going to just take one of us straight to him, and not even bother with the prison.
it may just be. Yeah, I mean, it could be just buddies of the three guys that got beaten up, and they're just here to return the favor.
Well, all those guys were under the magistrate, so.
Yeah, but was any law truly broken?
Yeah,
There was
do I-
more
But
punching.
again, the point is that we might not even make it prison.
You
So-
guys might know it.
Your fate.
Tricks.
Yes.
How well can you make a disguise or make a illusion?
I have a 90% in use magic.
Okay. So if you glamour
Glamours.
something
You can
for
use
us-
magic to produce intangible, illusionary
Yes.
images and sounds. You describe the
I
appearance
can't-
and sound of the illusion and the effect of interacting physically with the illusion, then make a roll to see if you can achieve those exact effects.
I can't make you look like someone else, but I can make it look and sound like we've already booked it.
Can you make the door look like a wall?
No.
Man, that would have been
It sound like
amazing.
there's a big bar fight.
You'll want a magus for that.
Ah,
But
Yeah. But
I can make it sound like there's a bar fight. I can make it sound like we've already booked it. I can't make it look like something else.
Wait.
Because, okay, here's my
Idea.
I was going to be like, can you essentially magically pretend to set the bar on fire?
No.
I
Okay.
can make the sound of fire, yes.
Oh my god, set everything on fire.
No, I have a better
hang on.
one.
You can
I
create images.
I can
set everything on
so
fire.
If they come running up the stairs, they will see and hear that everything is on fire.
I have smoke bombs. I can put the realisticness into it.
That
Ooh,
would
yeah,
help.
do that because then that makes it easier
Okay.
for me to escape.
Can I just... Okay. Can you make it look like that a bunch of random criminals and everything run out of the alleyway?
Yes. I was going to do that anyway, but yes.
Sound of
Okay.
crashing glass in one of the other glasses, the other windows we don't use.
Yes. That was my plan when I said I was going to use magic. I was going to make it look and sound like we've already booked it, or we
Let's
are
do
in
it.
the process of booking it.
And that we've set everything on fire on our way out.
Sure, we can do
We've
that as
actually
well.
done the setting things on fire part of the campaign.
I mean, you can actually set things on fire if you want. but-
Can we not
Yeah.
burn down... No,
We're
because
not actually burning down
We're
anything.
not
not
actually
actually
going
burning
to set the
down.
place on fire, but yeah. You'll have to, she's just sort of like cracks her fingers and goes, you may want to stand back. Magic can be a bit unpredictable.
with fire.
So like us.
So you've got
What
one
what's
action.
this?
What plan are you going with?
I'm going to use magic, use glamour to make it sound and look like we're already running off.
And setting
And-
things on fire.
And when they come upstairs, everything is going to be on fire.
No! Forget
the fire
thing.
That's two
No, the-
different glamours.
You can
That's
have
two
my
different
action.
glamours. No, it's two different glamours.
I
You
can't
do
use
that.
two different. I can either make
can-
it look like we've run off, or I can set the place on fire.
You know
No.
what my vote is,
Look.
Smarty?
What about
Look,
what
no,
about
Smarty makes it look like that we've already disappeared. Alfons and everything, if they come upstairs and everything, uses a smoke bomb to cover everything and make it look like they already used a smoke bomb in here.
Okay.
And that, oh shit.
By using a smoke bomb, you make it look like a smoke bomb was used.
Well, yeah, basically.
wait,
But-
wait.
What?
So can you use magic twice?
I'm
doesn't-
saying you've got a round until the guards come storming up the stairs.
I can
Just use
use.
your magic to make us look like we're running away, and we'll figure it out for post that. But do that first, because we need to know if that actually succeeds before we start banking everything on it.
Right. Well.
All right, so 4 drawback dice, 4 challenge
Yeah.
dice.
No, that's
It-
actually what
No,
happens.
yeah.
when
That's
you use
actually
magic.
that's why I said magic is unpredictable, because
Oh
by
yeah,
default,
no,
I
I
have
know.
4 default dice.
It's just going to be amazing.
Yeah. And so it's that. And then 4. I think I did that right.
All right.
Could be worse.
You did that wrong. You did that.
I did that wrong.
By the way, could I use
Oh,
could I use my coordinate ability to help in
You-
any way?
You can't reasonably help with a magic check when no one else knows how to use magic.
Yeah, I am the only person here that knows how to use magic. No one else
Marty,
is going to
there's
be able
supposed
to
to be a
help.
4 in front of the D, not a 1.
Oh, alright.
And it's supposed to be E5, not E4.
E5, alright.
40-10 E5.
40, 10, E5.
3 drawbacks.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Did we succeed though?
You
Yeah,
I
succeeded,
succeeded because I have
Okay,
a
yeah.
90, but
Sweet. All right.
but since this is you can suggest costs or unintended consequences of your illusion of you escaping.
Well,
What is
we don't know if they know exactly who anyone looks like. So the drawback is they don't exactly look like any of us.
Well,
I mean, that
but
was
that
the
would be
idea.
that would be an advantage if they looked like any of
What was the intention, to make them look like us?
Well, the
Shouldn't.
intention was just to make five random people just like
Book it.
book it.
You fuck up. They actually look exactly like us.
It's,
Down to, like, the last detail.
it's just one of them is like essentially, I guess, almost exactly like Avis.
No! Well, I have a mask on, so...
One of them is like slightly off-colored, like not like in clothes. I mean like actual
Like pink skin.
yeah. They've got like sort of maybe slightly too red skin, or they have pink hair or something.
One has 4 eyes.
Did that guy have
and-
2 heads? Yeah, that's normal.
One of them just sort of, I guess,
Can we say
Yes.
one was really small?
yeah.
Like
One
really-
was like really short, like looked like a kid.
There
And
we
I
go.
guess the other one just kind of ran through a lamppost.
No, that makes it a little bit too obvious that it's not real.
We
I
only
don't
need
know.
2 seconds.
I mean, this thing still technically succeeded.
All right, yeah, it's still technically succeeding. So all that noted. But the main thing is they do hear, and some of them do see out of the corner of their eye, a few
People just darting around the corner.
running very loudly running out through the alley, and you hear someone in some position of authority say, "They're escaping now. Half of you come with me. Let's follow them. The rest of you keep checking the rest of the building."
Set up a smoke bomb and going to the roof.
Well, you've used your illusion for this round.
Yeah, and then when she's done, she'll just sort of like
Illusion.
she'll be slightly out of breath because usually she just does like sleight of hand, and actually using magic kind of takes it out of her, so she's a bit out of breath.
Well, I could do the smoke bomb.
Right?
Part of
I
me
can
just.
also kill them.
Oh God, no.
How many
That's all I can
rooms?
do.
How many rooms are on this floor?
You know, I was actually. Well, I don't know.
This particular room, the open bar, takes up most of the space on the floor.
Okay.
You know,
Right, yeah, sorry, well, I forgot we're downstairs, we're not in a private room. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
I'm thinking of going with Xencarn's idea of punching someone in the face.
I'm going out the window.
No. Hear me out.
No!
Okay.
Uh,
I was actually thinking of punching myself and then look like I've been disheveled and beaten up. You know, they went
Would you
that
like
way
to
or
help
something.
with that?
No.
well,
You mind? I'm kicking my own ass here.
so
I can lend a fist.
so wait, are we on? I thought we're on the second floor.
Yeah, you're on the second floor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Second floor bar.
Because so to try and avoid a fight, we could use the smoke bomb when they come up the stairs and everything to the hallway, and just smoke bomb the hallway and just try to sneak into either other rooms and stuff.
There's a lot of them.
Well, there's not a lot of them.
There's less of them.
Yeah.
There's like half a dozen of them still.
There's
Yeah.
still a dozen with us, because you said 2 dozen.
Almost
like,
2
right,
dozen.
Bud?
Yeah.
Almost 2 dozen. So there's
So that's still a dozen.
Yeah. So we don't want to start a fight with these.
no.
So
Unless I
yeah.
pick them up one by
Or
one.
do we?
No,
I
I'm
mean, you
going
could.
out the window.
Spud said it's a reasonable option. It's what we should do.
No.
No.
It's an option. The
It
word
would
reasonable
be
did not
it would be
show up.
more of an option if you had maybe say a brawler in the group.
Yeah.
We have Smarty. That's basically the same thing.
This is starting to sound like
It's
planning,
fine.
guys. I need a decision.
Okay.
I'm going to the roof and I'm going to start sniping people.
God, wait, don't
I'm
start.
seriously just going to try and walk out the front door.
I'm
Smoke bomb the hall, mess myself up, look like I got beaten up and left by the actual criminals.
All right.
Do I still have 2 disadvantage die on that stealth out the window?
To climb, yeah.
Just still 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
Rip.
use the smoke bomb and stuff to get out of this room into other rooms and hopefully get by the guards and everything. Or go out once they're all in the building, go out a window.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
I like to hide in another room. I might do that as well.
So you climb up, but your feet scrape against the wall in a very audible way. But you do manage to climb up to the top of the roof. But it's probable that you were heard.
It's fine. They're about to make way more of a fuss than I am.
So I guess you wanted to do a smoke bomb?
Yeah, smoke bomb the hall and pretended like I was just an innocent bystander. Beaten up and left.
You know we need to make this look convincing.
Okay, I punched myself in the face.
I pull out the brass knuckles. What I'm saying.
I was offering it earlier, and you said no. Now you have to deal with the brass knuckles.
So,
Now you have to
Alf-
get beaten up by a Vespa, which is even worse.
Alfons,
You had honor if the circle beat you up. I'm sorry.
Alfons, roll to use an alchemical object.
Alright.
Oh my god, don't fail.
But it'd be a great failure if it did, so.
And Alan, roll to brawl with someone.
I can't believe this.
Any drawbacks or anything on my roll?
One challenge die.
I punched him good.
Do not flinch.
Wow.
Good God.
Actually, in terms of
Wait.
damage, you only dealt like 1 damage to him, 1 lock damage
Yeah.
rather. But you do
I
you
didn't
do succeed and manage to give him a shiner.
Well, I succeeded. Still got that stupid
Drawback. All right.
drawback. Yeah.
Maybe it's too smoky. Well, you could start coughing on your own creation. I don't know.
I'm gonna say actually that is exactly what happens. It's a little, you put a little too much stank on that smoke bomb, and it actually makes it hard to breathe and stings your eyes.
Roll to not suffocate yourself.
Roll
So
to
you're
not die.
prevented from taking any more actions along that line.
Drop to the floor.
Which I guess just leaves Xencarn, who you tried to move towards the stairs, and just
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and walk out.
you
Hey,
are immediately intercepted by City Watch, and basically you're demanded to get down again, either on the ground or against the wall.
All right,
No.
I'll lean. Oh, all right, I will lean against the wall.
And you are asked to remain there until they finish clearing the building.
Can do, officer.
They a lieutenant of the watch and about 10 other guards all kind of wave away the smoke, coughing a bit, and look
We
around
used a lot of heat.
look around the bar. Oh, also, Trixanna, did you actually have a plan to get away, or?
Yeah, I was going to hide in another room.
Yeah, ditto.
Like, it's, cause I assume because it's like a, is it like a bar or like a bar tavern? Is there a room with a bed, essentially?
Yeah, there's a room with a bed.
Yeah, that's, just pretend that I was sleeping. I'm going to quickly just sort of like try and hide in the room, duck under the bed, and pretend that all the commotion has just woken me up.
And now we run into the problem that if I try to pull it, it looks like a nobility's slumming it.
It could give you a cover.
Yeah.
Say, what could give it cover?
Just
Like
pretend
it.
you're out whoring. Problem solved.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
Nobility down on his luck.
Oh, come on. Trixanna's probably pretty decent looking.
Tricks.
Okay, let's not get too
Let's not.
Anyway.
beyond the pale here, but
No, actually, that
She
is...
looks like she fits in, essentially.
PG-13.
Well,
Well,
no,
beyond
like, not
being
actually
something.
start doing anything and stuff, but, like,
We're beyond 13. We've swore a couple of times.
make it actually look like that's what I'm here for. I mean,
so
it's not a
you
terrible cover.
both climb into the same bed in the adjacent
I
room.
can't take this.
I love my suggestions. I mean,
Well, I mean, like, Okay. Are we?
Look,
okay.
just be at a table handing her money. That's all you need to do.
No,
Well, we want to make it look convincing.
Well, I know
is
what
that
I'm
the
doing.
plan you're going with?
I hate
I don't know what you're doing, but I know what I'm doing.
I will do something else and stuff if like you really want me to.
No, as long as you don't get too
Come on,
graphic
guys,
with
be
it.
bold.
Well, no, we're not going to get graphic about it and stuff.
That's
No,
that's
not
that's
graphic.
really
I'm
that's
just
really
saying.
Hey,
You just have to hide in the bed. And just you heard a scuffle or something, you're hidden. And
I pretty much just
Keep the
ducked
clothes
into
on.
a room, stuck my hat on.
okay. You get the picture.
yeah,
I'll
This is
try
only
to
someone-
just
not
just
wearing a
just
shirt, you get away with it.
confirm that that's what you're doing.
Just say yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're done.
okay.
So while the smoke bomb goes off, you rush into one of the other rooms.
Quick question.
Yeah?
Is there a window though?
There is a window.
Now the other question: do I want to just jump out the window?
No.
You don't have climb, jump, or tumble.
Just
I'm willing to take the damage.
Just stay in the bed.
Just
You committed
Well-
to this. Just do it.
Well, the problem is that
Just stay in the bed, Codeman.
I don't want my cover and stuff with the judge and everything to get more suspicious.
Trust me.
then you should have picked
No
another
one's going to be looking at your
room.
face. You'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Okay then.
We're 5.
I can just feel the face bombing coming off Spud. It's amazing.
So the smoke clears. The guards, wave around their sabers, looking around. They sort of gather around Alfons and say, "Did you see them?"
Window, alley.
The lieutenant goes over to the window, sees that his guards are chasing after the illusions, and nods to himself. Did he anything else?
Throw a mean right hook.
Damn right I do.
All right, stay where you are, citizen.
Okay.
And the other guards come over to you and pick you up and start to pat you down. Roll to conceal an object to hide the other smoke bombs.
Good thing I only had 2, huh? Let's see. Should be a what?
Nothing.
Well, the other smoke bomb, the flask of fire.
Let's see. I'm going to assume that's a 50%. Oh, conceal an object, 80%. Oh.
You're actually pretty good at this.
Hey.
And you succeed.
Woot.
Oh, drop the -1 from the 100 roll. I decided against that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
For future reference.
Gotcha.
And then another guard opens up the door to the bedroom. And
rubs an eye as she just sort of sits up and goes, is there a problem, officer?
Trying to hide my face.
did you two see any thieves?
Is that what that noise was? No, we were, sorry, I just woke up. Me and my friend here were just sleeping. I've got a big performance tomorrow, so I got an early night, and then we had this big loud crash, and all sorts of noises, and I guess that was people escaping? I don't know.
Roll to lie to someone.
Alright.
With, I'm gonna say 2 disadvantage because you're still dressed ostentatiously like a mummer.
Well, hopefully we're under the covers and stuff and they can't see that quite yet. But
And 2 advantage die because you are a little bit... You've engineered a convincing situation. So 2 advantage, 2 challenge.
I can make your disadvantage sound more believable. The clothes are still on. Like, it doesn't even have to be Mummer's outfit. It's just clothes are still on.
Yeah, that's true.
You're welcome.
Hang on.
well, I doubt we would have really had time and stuff to
change into PJs.
The most she did was just take her hat and cloak off, and her hat's on the bedstand, and her cloak is just kind of laying on the floor.
I'm not sure how good Alan's stuff is of like disrobing quickly.
Just there's covers. You're in your clothes. Just roll.
And just grab that. That one. What was it? 2 and 2?
Yep.
2 and 3. 2 and 2.
Huh?
It's rolling. Oh, hang on. Well, I forgot the space. Okay. There we go.
Oh, jeez. Well, you succeed, and you got 2 boons and 2 drawbacks.
So they cancel each other out, right?
Nope.
That's not how it works. I
feel
mean,
like
it'd be good.
but
It'd be good, but
I mean, actually, let's actually consult the book real quick. So it's oh no, okay. It's possible to end up with both boons and drawbacks on the same roll, especially when you have advantage dice and challenge dice added to your roll from different sources. When this happens, each rolled boon cancels out a rolled drawback, and vice versa.
right. So they do cancel each other out,
Yeah.
and you still roll a 6.
and I still rolled a 6.
So you succeed at the lie. They believe
Nice.
Good job.
you, and he says, "All right, well, just stick around. We're going to secure the floor, and then ask everyone some questions."
We're not going anywhere, and I'm probably not going to go back to sleep for a bit. So,
If you know what I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, enough, Xencarn. Really enough.
Sorry, I'll stop.
All right. So there's still danger, though. The guards seem to be convinced they've lost the main group of criminals, but pretty
They
much
still want to question us.
pretty much everyone is still around the building, and the guards are going to be asking everyone around about their stuff.
I will stay on that roof all night.
Since
Don't tempt me. I'll do it.
we're coming up on the end of our first day and first session, we'll probably have to split this off into a part 2. And I'll just say that you managed to, at the very least, avoid getting arrested. And you answered the questions, but you're going to start the next day with some more heat because your answers, you didn't quite manage to get a story straight before they came barging in. So you won't be arrested, but there will be some. Okay.
Could I roll convince real quick just to kind of play the I'm nobility card, and I don't want people talking about this.
I mean, I have a story. I have a big performance tomorrow. I got an early night, which was
but they'll be asking you more questions than that. So
yeah.
Go keep your story simple. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Blame the crazy girl on the roof.
I'm just gonna generalize any suspicion that comes from the questioning to a bit of heat at the start of tomorrow.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to abstract all that.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fair, yeah.
But you managed to avoid having 2 lieutenants and 20 minions all just completely jump you. Also, Diane just completely disappeared, out one of the windows.
She Batmaned.
Basically, she actually. I'm actually you looked away as you started to panic and figure out your immediate plan. Then you look back and she's just gone.
She'll be appreciative that we didn't burn her place down.
That would
Yeah.
I agree with the Batmaning headcanon because that would actually work for her character. But
yeah, I just want to make sure and stuff that the guards aren't gonna be discreet. At least when it comes to
I'll say that they say they will be, but they probably won't be.
Well, could I roll convince and stuff to just really quick?
I mean, if you want to try to convince them of the importance of staying quiet about your role, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I succeeded and stuff, but yeah, I'm just trying to basically kind of like.
All right.
Yeah, I'm nobility and stuff. Like, I don't want like. I was just trying to have a night with a friend and everything. Like,
Don't let
You may have to pay some people to keep it quiet.
I'm willing to do that.
And some rumors might spread regardless, but
Yeah.
because these city watchmen are not the brightest bulbs around.
Peons.
Anyway,
Bloody peasants.
so seems like we can. There's only really enough time in 3 hours to do like a day or in a day and a half worth of planning and legwork.
Yeah. So did that pretty much use up our...
especially for a larger group.
No, yeah, I agree.
There was also
Lost
the
a bunch of
technical
time.
issues.
Yeah, Discord fucking around.
Oh, there's that
Yeah.
too. But like, anyway, we're over time by about as much time as we lost.
I was just so basically, does dealing with the guards and everything pretty much like negate our night segment?
But we finished the night segment.
Yeah. What I did was I cashed in a lot of heat for basically a raid on the planning session.
Okay.
Was that 12?
That's 20.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
did the-
I
we
knew
did
it.
the-
Man, nice. I
yeah,
wanted to see a 20.
yeah.
wow.
Beating up
Thanks.
3 city watchmen in front of a civilian, that generates a lot of heat actually.
Yeah.
in the middle
which
of
was something
in
that-
broad
okay.
daylight.
Something that I wanted to ask and everything. Okay. So when generating heat, does it count for each individual bystander or agent of the crown?
I am kind of doing that. Yeah.
Okay. So then okay. Because then it would have been better to just kill them because
No, that would have generated about triple.
no, the crew kills any number of law-abiding citizens. 6 heat. An agent of the crown witnesses a crew member committing a crime. 4. That's 12 versus 6.
Oh no, actually, I added up ancient crown witnesses committing a crime. Let's see, noisy crime or disturbs the peace. Leaves behind significant evidence. And that, and then the automatic heat generated at the start of the segments.
Okay.
I think that added up to about 20.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like 4 for each witness.
No.
It was just 4 for... Okay. That's the thing I was wondering and stuff.
No, I didn't. Wasn't quite that
Okay.
rude.
Well, I was just going to say, because, like, if that's how it works, it's like, okay, we're killing witnesses. Like,
Also, if that's the thing that tips over to making you start killing people, then no.
no, yeah, I agree. I don't want that to happen and stuff, but it's just kind of the whole thing of like, oh shit, that's a shit ton of heat. We're like super screwed if we.
But no,
don't.
it's the fact that you did all that in broad daylight with witnesses, and it was noisy. That was a ton of heat all at once at the end of that scene.
Yeah, I wish we could have been less.
And then
direct
the night
everything.
began, and you got a little more heat, and that tipped it just enough. And I was like, screw it, I'm throwing in a plot twist.
Yeah.
I might never get to use that again. Just
Occasionally.
Glad that we humored you.
Might
But
generate
to be
much-
honest, Bud, did you even think you wouldn't get that chance with this group?
I mean, I thought it was going to be Xencarn who generated 12 heat in one scene.
Everyone thinks I'm gonna screw this up.
Because
I'm
you
literally
s-
playing the
Because
character.
you actively say you want to.
I got your back, Xencarn.
I want to see it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. In fact, my character is probably the least likely to be able
To generate
do
heat,
it.
yeah.
unless I literally walked up to a police officer and dick kicked them.
I mean, if anything, Codeman was the worst. He
What?
technically PvP'd.
Wait, how did
The
I?
one
You punched me in the
screwed over
face.
by the 1%.
You wanted to be punched in the face.
Oh, that's
details.
Exactly.
And also, you're the one that initiated the conversation and stuff to make it very direct and everything.
Spirit of a better one.
All right.
Anyway,
I think that'll
You'll
do it.
suck and blame me for stuff too much.
That'll do it for today's festivities.
Festivities.
Also, we're going the whole session without having to roll a single die.
Well, you did it.
challenge.
You did it in such a. You didn't really come up against strong challenges in your legwork scene, so
It works for me. I'm happy not to roll stuff. I'm happy for Spud just to give me automatic passes.
well, I mean, relatively. I mean, you did get a key piece of information. You inferred actually. You didn't actually get confirmation. You got inferred piece of information.
It's a strong one, though.
it's a very important one.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes if you're clever enough, you do get freebies. I don't always have to throw a complication in your way.
I do my best, but
Anyway, that's it for the third session of Dusk City Outlaws, in which we end on another cliffhanger for a two-parter. Which, for the for longer heists, I think it's going to be gonna end up being kind of necessary. That's how it's going to be for these 3-hour sessions. Might want to maybe, I don't know. Might want to consider doing it for longer, but it would make a even longer podcast. So probably not. I don't know.
One
could
day
always
night
sell-
session's good.
we could always just record the whole thing at once and then split it into 2 parts.
That's true.
That's true.
But you know,
Let's not do that now,
the
though.
logistics are
God.
tough enough as it is. So for now, though, this is part 1 of the Bookworm job, and we'll get around to the next one whenever this group reconvenes. See you all next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.